Welcome back to the Daily Bollocks. I'm your resident PI, and today we are opening the definitive dossier, the ultimate UTK Grift takedown. We are deconstructing the financial and operational mechanics of the modern extremist grift machine. The entire facade relies on one thing, portraying Stephen Yaxley-Lennon, Tommy Robinson, as a selfless, persecuted martyr fighting an oppressive elite for the forgotten working class. It is a narrative that generates millions of shares, with politicians bizarrely comparing him to Nelson Mandela. But the reality is very different. Let's look at the Unite the Kingdom rallies. The public target was £180,000, crowdfunded by the grassroots. But the reality of this unregulated ecosystem is that verified accounting sits at absolute zero, because no official accounts are ever published, so any surplus simply vanishes without a trace into a financial black hole. After the rally, supporters are hit with a post-event email titled "A Call to Arms." It uses emotional priming about the unbreakable British spirit before sharply pivoting to financial extraction. The excuse? They claim a hefty outstanding bill because they had to hire a helicopter to film the crowd. It is poetic patriotism used as a psychological primer for an aggressive sales pitch. But here's the smoking gun. We obtained a leaked live stream of a pre-rally logistics discussion with his associate Danny Tomo. Robinson explicitly brags, "I've just travelled to meet a gentleman, a businessman. He has just given us £100,000 to pay for screens." While begging the working class to clear hefty bills, he was secretly securing massive, undisclosed six-figure injections of elite cash. This is part of a long track record: identity fraud in 2013 for using a fake passport, financial deception and an 18-month sentence for mortgage fraud in 2014, and then the 2024 Channel Tunnel stop shatters the working class myth completely. Detained under Schedule 7 of the Terrorism Act, Robinson refused PIN access to his phone. The asset? He was driving alone in a silver Bentley Bentayga SUV with a starting price of £170,000. The cash? Found carrying over 13 grand and €1,900 in undeclared cash stuffed in a small bag. He instantly weaponised this stop as state persecution for donations, completely concealing the luxury vehicle and cash from his donors. In October 2025, he pleads guilty to 10 charges of breaching a High Court injunction and gets 18 months inside. Simultaneously, Urban Scoop launches the Save Tommy checkout car, claiming an emergency because his bank account froze. The grift exposed. Robinson already had top-tier legal representation, and billionaire Elon Musk was actively stepping in to cover his legal bills. The emergency was manufactured for cash. Look at the diagnostic matrix. The broadcasted claim: bankrupt, frozen accounts, reliant entirely on grassroots digital begging. The operational reality: actively dodging court bail vifs for £103,000 in unpaid costs, claiming residency in Spain via a foreign identity number to shield assets, and launching international media tools while crying total destitution. This hassle started early. On October 8, 2013, Robinson departed the English Defence League, claiming concerns over extremism. The actual facilitator, a direct £8,000 cash payout from the Quilliam Foundation. While his grassroots followers were left to face the legal fallout of their street violence, the leader took a direct cash payout to decapitate the organisation. Today, he operates a highly lucrative ecosystem built on 4 pillars: a self-publishing empire, relentless crowdfunding sites, international media gigs for right-wing outlets, and billionaire benefactors injecting massive capital and platform support. With Elon Musk publicly backing him and reportedly covering his legal bills, the operation has expanded into a transatlantic grift. On his US media tour, Robinson explicitly instructs American audiences to cancel Netflix and divert those subscription funds directly to his independent channels, solidifying a highly lucrative recurring digital revenue model. The ultimate proof of the grift is who actually pays the price. 50 grassroots followers were jailed after violent protests in 2013, funneled into the criminal justice system and bearing the permanent, life-altering costs of criminal records, while the leader drives a £170,000 Bentley, secures Spanish residency and launches international media tours. When you synthesize the evidence, you expose the conflict entrepreneur machine, a relentless six-step cycle: elite injections of secret cash, grassroots extraction via public crowdfunding, the black hole of zero transparency, the psychological squeeze of begging emails, asset evasion into luxury goods, and finally, manufactured martyrdom, weaponizing legal consequences to restart the begging cycle. Which brings us to the final ledger. Tommy Robinson is not a political dissident, nor is he a working-class hero. He's a highly sophisticated conflict entrepreneur. The digital chaos is not a byproduct of his activism. The chaos is the product, and he's the primary shareholder. As Paul Morris says, show us the books, Tommy. Audit complete. This has been the Daily Bullocks. Like, comment and subscribe. See you next time.